Coming in at number 8 on our list is Bjergsen from TSM. Looking at the rankings, I hate the fact that I have him at 7, and you guys both have him at 8.
TSM Jet.
I look at Doublelift, I have him like 1 point higher than you guys, and suddenly I'm just TSM Jet all over again.
Yeah, this is definitely the only reason you're TSM Jet.
Yeah, the only reason. Anyway, I have him at 7, you guys have him at 8, which, based on our pattern, I will talk about the great things Bjergsen has done this year. He's been the MVP of the summer split. I think he's transitioned as a player away from being the guy that needed like a jungler by his side at all times to someone who actually takes a lower proportion of farm than a lot of other dominant mid laners in the North American LCS. And he still has the same effectiveness with it. He plays supports, he can play assassins, he can play the control mages. He's really evolved in this complete player who doesn't need the jungler there and can help all of his other lanes. So I think his MVP was well earned, and I think he's the second best mid laner at Worlds, as you guys do as well. But I had him at 7, you had him at 8, so I had to start it off with a bunch of positive things.
I mean,
TSM
again,
Jet,
he's in many ways, he's the complete package in so many ways as a player, because not only is he so good individually, again, he's also become such a big role, a big important member of TSM. You know, he's the guy they built the team around, he's the leader of on that team. He makes a lot of calls together with someone like Doublelift. And I think Bjergsen, what he managed to do was what a lot of Western mid laners kind of struggled to do. You know, they came in mechanically, they were really gifted. We'd be like, whoa, hype, we have all these good players fighting each other. He kept that same level in terms of mechanics, and then he just added on top of that. With so many different things, you know, leadership, shot calling, all these kind of things. Understanding of where to be on the map. It's such an underrated thing, like the decision making in-game. He's really, really good. So he's kind of moved past so many other Western players now. It is hard to put him higher, because right now, Bjergsen, at international tournaments, haven't had that many where you're like, this guy's just way better than anyone else. Like, he's at good tournaments, but not standout tournaments.
I think that's the thing. I mean, TSM was super hyped coming into MSI in 2015. They falled flat on their face.
They did.
And I think he would be higher if he had any international success, but like he really has not done well in that realm of gameplay, and like this is the Worlds where he's going to have to prove himself if he wants to stay in this elite class, because I think if he comes into Worlds again and TSM falls, I don't see him making it in the top 10 no matter how dominant he is in North America.
Yeah, winning has to come in at some point, and that's the biggest thing. I have nothing negative to say about Bjergsen. I think that he really has elevated his game to all the things that you guys are saying, but to make it into the top 5, and he is pushing that right now, winning at some point comes in on the international stage, and he hasn't been able to do it as of yet. So I think that that is the only thing you can hold against him. Just want to put on top of everything that you guys have put in there, he's also pretty inspirational in my opinion. The transition from, you know, Europe to North America and pretty much becoming a franchise player straight away, and being able to deal with all the pressure. There is so much mental toughness that I would attribute to Bjergsen as well that, you know, I think at times does go overlooked.
Yeah, I think it's a really good point, because everyone looks at TSM, everyone, like, the fans want them to do well, the haters want them to do really badly, and they want to always, you know, criticize the players. It's been a roster and a team and an organization where over the years, players have come and gone. You know, Bjergsen has stayed. He's been there, you know, everyone else has gotten criticized and flamed, and he's stayed, and he's always been, you know, really liked. I think for Bjergsen, this tournament, you mentioned it, he has to do well, you know, TSM has to do well for him to go higher. I agree. I actually think he's the kind of guy who can go also like quite a few steps up if TSM is doing really well, because so much of what they do in game is about Bjergsen. If he wins his mid lane, he is the best player I've seen, you know, in the West at impacting every single lane. Then he's in the jungle, he's in the top lane, he's in the bottom lane. He really understands how to put pressure across the map and pull everyone with him. It's not just him anymore. Back in the past, you could flame him for always looking good himself and making everyone else look bad. He's pulling everyone with him. So I think Bjergsen is such an exciting player to watch, and he really is a superstar in the West, and he needs to show it now.
Exactly. They have to succeed this World Championship to maintain this ranking, but this ranking does put him as the highest ranked player in the West, the highest ranked player from North America, overall 8th on our list.